Who's with me? Ashley Webster is, so is Liz McDonald, Brian Bremberg still here, Scott Martin joins us now. It seems like everyone is piling on the president, and that's putting, I think, some pressure on the growth agenda. Scott, to you first. Is that why we're seeing this market decline in the very early going this morning?
I believe so, Stuart. I'm very concerned about the agenda now because the president was already having a tough time in Congress. Let's call a spade here. But with respect to what happened in Charlottesville over this past weekend and just the reaction, especially from, say, that manufacturing council, it really appears like the president is losing his friends or his, say, compatriots by day. And so with respect to the agenda, whether it's tax reform, certainly health care reform, and any kind of regulatory reform, and oh yeah, that $1 trillion infrastructure spending bill that was promised, this stuff feels like it is miles away now, and that's why the stock market is getting hit.
There's more speculation this morning, Brian, about the future of Gary Cohn, the chief and principal financial advisor to the United States president. He looks very unhappy. And the speculation is that he might leave. Yeah. That would really hurt the market.
President needs him to get tax reform, tax cuts done. And if he leaves, that's the CEOs, I don't think a lot of them were allies to begin with. Gary Cohn is. If he leaves, that's a problem.
You agree with that, Liz?
Yeah, unless he gets the Federal Reserve post from Janet Yellen. I mean, maybe that's a way to keep Gary Cohn happy.
But if he left, any leaving by Gary Cohn, I think is a negative for the stock market.
Because he spearheads a tax cut and
that's right.
deregulation agenda.
He's a tough guy, and he's spearheading this thing, and he's organizing this thing. If he leaves, there goes your tax cut, I would suspect. I'm staying in the executive suite for a second. It's walking away from President Trump, losing key constituents that he needs. Brian, to you on this one, it is a key constituency. He appears to have lost it. Does it matter?
When you put CEOs on these councils and committees, you turn them into politicians. D.C. doesn't need more politicians. Let them go. You have one job to do, and it's to get tax cuts done this year. And you can get that done without all these CEOs on any council or committee.
You agree with that, Scott Martin?
Nope, because here's the thing. The CEOs need a seat at the table. The problem has been in D.C. for what? Many administrations, especially the one we just got out of. The CEOs had no voice. They had these town halls. They had the Obama administration reaching out but not listening. I think this is a major missed opportunity here and a major just falling apart of what I thought was a good idea that was actually going to bring some meaningful change for the business climate.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, these CEOs, they walk away, don't believe it's conscience. It's all about public perception, dollars and cents. Let's be honest, no matter what statements they put out, they would like to have the president right there, face to face, to help with formulating policy. Unfortunately, the whole thing just got blown up.
Okay, let's move on to individual stocks and companies in the news and the stock price reaction. Here we go with Walmart and L Brands. They both reported their profits very recently. I see L Brands is down, Walmart is down. Scott Martin, I want to ask you about Walmart. Their online business was terrific, up 60%, and yet the stock is down. What's going on?
Well, the stock's been performing pretty well, considering it's kind of lumped into that retail space. You know what's funny about Walmart, I think, Stuart, is, and I kind of got this one wrong in the beginning with the emergence of Amazon, which we all love here and we own. I think a lot of us do. Certainly we do here at Kingsview, is that the world might be big enough for Walmart and Amazon. And I'll tell you what's interesting about Walmart vis-a-vis Amazon. They've got the online grocery module at least better positioned right now with respect to what Amazon did with Whole Foods. Walmart is ahead of them in the grocery delivery business, many more stores, closer to a lot more people. That's why Walmart, I believe, can still exist in this Amazon world.
The problem with the stock today is that margins are dropping, operating costs are going up, and they gave a weak outlook for this current quarter on earnings. That alone will bring the stock down.
Profit margins are slim in the future, they think. Okay, Brian, one last
but Walmart knows how to deal with slim margins. They can fix that problem. I'm encouraged to see online sales increase. That's the world they didn't understand. They get that world now. They can fix margins.
Bremberg, the contrarian. All right, we like that. Thanks very much. Check that big board. We are, 5 minutes in, and we are down 55 points on the Dow Industrials. First time this week that we've opened the show at 9:30, or gone on the air at 9:30 with the opening of the market, and we've gone down 57 points lower. The stock price of Cisco is down 3%. They reported earnings not great. Briggs and Stratton, the engineering people, that's the best way to put it, isn't it? They make little engines, lawnmowers.
There you go.
That's primarily the way I know them, and they're down 12%. What do you got?
You know, Cisco and Walmart are responsible for about half the downturn in the Dow right now. So
Thank
we're
you.
watching those stocks.
That's important.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be such a loss were it not for Walmart and Cisco.
Right.
We'll take that. Strong numbers at Alibaba. We call that China's Amazon. They're up 3%. Nice gain for that particular company. Close to an all-time high, I think, too. J&J, Johnson & Johnson, first California talcum powder trial. It's headed to the jury. At issue is if its talcum powder causes ovarian cancer in women. This is a big story. Headed to trial. We're on it. Netflix reportedly gearing up to spend $7 billion on content next year, or $1 billion more than this year. We reported yesterday that Apple's going to spend $1 billion on original content. This is the content wars writ large, isn't it?
And it's making your own content that really matters. If you look at Netflix's long-term plan, they want to make their own stuff. Right now, they're still buying it from other parties, but they want to be the creator because, look, Disney, they're going to start streaming their own things. Everybody's in the business of creating their own content. That's where the money is.
We are content.
Yes, we are.
We're very valuable, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Extremely.
Universal agreement on that one. ESPN's new Apple TV app lets you watch 4 screens of live sports at the same time.
Oh, my.
Will this stop people from cutting the cord, he asks Scott Martin.
Well, will it help Disney? Because ESPN is kind of the anchor around the neck of Disney. And what's interesting, Stuart, is you can kind of get this already. I don't know if they've done their research exactly, but NFL Red Zone, which I think is one of the best channels ever created, kind of does this for you, and it shows you the parts of the game that actually mean something. So it's a good idea from the standpoint of, yes, you don't have to just watch one boring game. I guess now you can watch 4 boring games at one time.
Hold on a second. Lizzie has that look on her face that she's about to say something dramatic about either sports on television or streaming or ESPN or cord cutting.
Well, it's
Which
being
is it?
said, it's like this, watching 4 games at once. It's like being at a sports bar, but you're in your bathrobe. I mean, in your home, you could watch it. That's what it feels like. And so the question for ESPN is, will they put it in their subscription service? Will they, charge you for it and put it in there? You're not even, no one's laughing at my joke. I'm sure it's really funny.
Will you pay for it?
Cricket.
Will you pay to
It's
have
like a
4
sports
screens of
bar
football?
in your home.
Will you pay for it?
Yeah,
Would you?
especially in college football and NFL football, sure. I would pay
Lizzie
for it.
is a football fan?
Absolutely, I love it.
Okay.
As I had my Velveeta queso cheese.
Next case. Airlines make it harder to earn free flights for loyalty. Seems like we talk about unfriendly skies all the time, don't we? You know, there's reward points. They're getting less and less and less generous. I've noticed that. Nobody wants to comment. Okay, let's move on. Smartphone, so central to our lives. I know they are.
Yes.
That researchers now say that being separated from them for any length of time can put people into a high state of anxiety. And the problem, it seems, is only going to get worse. Well, I didn't lose my phone. I mislaid it for a couple of days, and I did not like it. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, but you know what the research also shows is when you're on your cell phone, your anxiety goes up as well. So if you don't have it, you're anxious. If you have it, you're anxious. This problem doesn't go away whether you lost or whether you found it.
You want to try doing a 3-hour live TV show, talk about anxiety. What do you got, Liz?
But it holds your memories, your photos. It's a lot of your life experiences are now via your smartphone. It's like an extension of your arm.
Are you getting at me because at my advanced age I'm losing my memory? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, and that's why the entertainment hub keeps you in line, Ashley and I.
We try.
Go ahead, Ash.
Good luck on that. But you know what? You left it behind. Did you survive the weekend fine, right?
Yes, but I came back to New York early to pick it up.
In a sweat.
I did.
You did?
I drove back. I was up at my farm, about 3 hours north of here. I realised I'd left it behind in my office in New York. I made a special trip starting at 4 o'clock on Sunday morning to drive back and get
80
my
miles
phone.
an hour.
No.
The band
That's true love right
do
there.
that.
Didn't do that. What are you saying, producer? Get out of here. Right.
That's
okay.
true. That's true love right there, Stuart. I mean, if that isn't smartphone dependency, I don't know what is.
It is. It is. But you know what? I like
Absolutely.
it. I like it. I like being looped in. I've got a huge family spread all over the world. I can keep in touch with every one of them every single day with this.
Amazing.
And I love it. What's wrong with that?
And they keep in touch with you, too.
Yes.
Well, I keep in touch with them. Okay. All right. Thank you. Scott, Brian, thanks very much indeed. A lively session this Thursday morning. Thanks very much. Check that big board. Where are we?